This tutorial is for 2nd grade, Module 3, Lesson 17. In Lesson 17, we're going to continue comparing numbers written in different forms. The directions say to show the numbers with place value discs. The first one says draw 217 using hundreds, tens, and ones. Well, 217 has two groups of 100, so I'll start there. One group of 10, and 7 ones. So this place value chart shows 217. Across from that, we're going to draw 21 tens. So I need 21 discs in my tens column, and I'll show that each disc is worth 10. Here's 10 groups of 10 and 20 groups of 10, and I just need one more to show 21 groups of 10. Now I need 7 ones. So I have my 21 tens and my 7 ones. Now we need to compare the two sides. Well, my first number has two hundreds. The second number doesn't have anything in the hundreds place, but I know through my place value understanding that I can take 10 groups of 10 and trade them in for a group of 100. I can also do the same thing with this 10 groups of 10, trade it in for 100. Once I do that, I can see now that my two place value charts are equal. They both have 2 hundreds, 1 10, and 7 ones. So we'll say they're equal. That means that 217 is equal to 21 tens and 7 ones. Now let's do that same type of comparison without using a place value chart. In the first question, I'm comparing 132 to 13 tens and 2 ones. Well, if you think about 132, 100 is made up of 10 tens and 30 is made up of 3 tens. So right there I have 13 tens, which is the same in the number I'm comparing it to. In my first number I have 2 ones, and I also have 2 ones in my second number. So since they have the same amount of tens and ones, the two numbers are equal. 132 is equal to 13 tens and 2 ones. Now I have 9 tens. 9 tens is the same thing as 90, and I'm comparing that to 88. Well, 88 only has 8 tens. So 9 tens would be greater than the number 88. In the next problem, I have 102. I'm comparing it to 12 tens and 2 ones. Well, 102 has one group of 100, but no tens. But that group of 100 can be considered 10 tens. Well, since this number only has 10 tens, and the second number has 12 tens, that means the second number is bigger, or 102 is less than 12 tens and 2 ones. Next I have 199, and I'm comparing that to 20 tens. Well, 199 has a group of 100, which is 10 tens, plus another group of 9 tens. So I can say that this number has 19 tens, and I'm comparing it to a number that has 20 tens. So 199 is less than 20 tens because it only has 19 tens. And we'll finish off the lesson using symbols to compare our numbers. In the first problem, I have 62 tens and 3 ones. I'm comparing that to 623. Well, 623 is the same as 62 tens and 3 ones, so the two numbers are equal. They both have the same number of tens and ones. In the next problem, I have 80 plus 700 plus 2, and I'm comparing that to 872. Well, 872 would be written like this in standard form. 800 plus 700 plus 2 would be written 782. Since my first number only has 7 groups of 100 and my second number has 8 groups of 100, that tells me my first number is smaller. So we'll circle the less than sign. 782 is less than 872. Next I have 8 plus 600, or I could think of that as 608, and I'm comparing that to 68 tens. Well, 608 has 6 groups of 100, which would be 60 tens. 68 tens also has 60 tens, but 8 more tens. Since there are more tens in the second number is greater. So we would say 8 plus 600 is less than 68 tens. And finally, I have 713. I'll write that in standard form, 713. I'm comparing that to 47 tens and 23 tens. Well, let's start by combining our tens here. 47 and 23. Well, 40 and 20 would be 60. 7 and 3 would be 10. So 60 plus 10 is 70. That means I have 70 tens in my second number. Well, I'm comparing 70 tens to 713. 713 has 71 tens. Since 71 tens is more than 70 tens, my first number is greater. That means 713 is greater than 47 tens plus 23 tens.